Hello, welcome to the tele class. Today's topic is antimicrobial resistance. My name is Patamabhorn Amavisit. I'm working for the Department of Microbiology, Immunology, Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Kasetsart University. Antimicrobial resistance is very serious concerns nowadays. For the topics today, I will talk about the impact of antimicrobial resistance that I will call it AMR, and AMR in food animal through One Health, and how bacteria resist antimicrobial. And finally, I will have the self-study document for you to study WHO action plan for AMR. You see that so many society concerns about the serious of AMR impact to our life. And for AMR in domestic animal, there are 3 routes that antimicrobial resistance could spread from livestock production. The first is they spread through the food system because we consume meat, and when the animal itself infected with AMR bacteria, is contaminated in meat, and after we consume contaminated meat, we can get the AMR by this way. The second is the direct contact between people and animals. Of course, people who live close to the animal, for example, veterinarian, farmers, is very risky to contact with this AMR. And the last one is through the environmental contamination, because when we use antimicrobial in the environment, the AMR bacteria occur and is spread through the environment, and it's very difficult to control. This is the chart that I can show you the example of how antimicrobial resistance spread. You can see that it spread even in our office, go through the hospital, in the farm, and it can spread to each other between human and human as well. When we talk about antimicrobial agent used in livestock, we can use antimicrobial in so many ways. The first thing that is very simple is we use antimicrobial for treatment. We treat 6 animals with antibiotics. The second is somehow some farmers use antimicrobial for prophylaxis, that's for prevention of the disease. And the third one is they use microbial for growth promotion, that increased feed to gain efficiencies. And for the third one, some country inhibit the use of antimicrobial for growth promotion already. Even in Thailand, we stopped using antimicrobial as a growth promotion. This slide would like to show you about the scenario, the example of scenario that we use AMR for studying in the United States of America. In America, when they raise the chicken, they use quinolone agent in boiler, and they found the problem of Campylobacter contamination in the boiler, and the risk factor is quinolone resistant in the boiler that can impact human, and they try to do surveillance system for boiler. How the bacteria develop the resistance? I would just like to briefly remind you that there are 2 kinds of resistance. The first kind is intrinsic resistance. Intrinsic resistance is the natural resistance that bacteria have that particular resistance. And the second one is the acquired resistance, that the resistance that can develop of the bacteria for survival. And this is the one that we would like to inhibit and to control the spread of acquired resistance, and this is the one that we are going to talk about this. When we talk about acquired resistance, we're concerned about selection pressure. Selection pressure is the selection of bacteria to survive. For example, in the environment that they use a lot of antibiotics, so many sensitive bacteria was killed, just only left the resistant bacteria. And that environment, the resistant bacteria will grow more and more, and it's become so many resistant bacteria in that particular environment. For example, is the hospitals. So this is the selection pressure. So it means that for the environment that use more antibiotic, more risks occur of antimicrobial resistant bacteria. And what is the bacteria resistant can spread from the other to the others. This is called horizontal gene transfer. Horizontal gene transfer is the way that susceptible bacteria can get resistant genes from their environment and from their friends. There are 3 ways of horizontal gene transfer that I think you already know is conjugation, transformation, and transduction. Conjugation get it from sex fertilized. Transformation get the free DNA, and transduction get from bacteriophage. When we talk about 4 mechanisms of antimicrobial, I think that before you know about mechanism of resistance, we should know how do the drugs work. 4 major mechanisms of antimicrobial were the antimicrobial agent inhibit bacterial cell wall. This is the group of beta-lactam. The second is the antimicrobial inhibit the bacterial enzymes. It's a kind of quinolone group. This is the example. And the third is the antimicrobial can inhibit the bacterial protein. And the fourth is the agent involving with inhibit the bacterial metabolism. And this is the example of the drug that belong to each mechanism. This is the very common that you can find these pictures in so many textbooks. It is said about antibiotic target. For example, beta-lactam is work with the cell wall of bacteria, is break down the bacterial cell wall. And for fluoroquinolone and rifamycin is involving DNA synthesis. And for sulfonamide and trimethoprim is involving with folate synthesis. And this is how the antibiotics work. And this is how the antibiotic resistant, because the bacteria itself adapt themselves. For example, I think that they inactivate enzyme like beta-lactamase enzyme. They inactivate it so the enzyme cannot kill the bacteria anymore. Or the modification of the target, they change the target site so the bacteria, the drug cannot binding to the right target. And this is a resistance of fluoroquinolone, rifamycin. And somehow the efflux pump is the resistant mechanism that is very, very interesting, because efflux pump can pump the drug by using electron as the energy to pump any kind of drug inside the bacteria itself, go out from the bacteria. And this efflux pump can make so many kind of antibiotic resist. This is just the summary that how the antimicrobial resistance, and I just try to group it. I would like to introduce you the tri-parties of organization. They are OIE, WHO, and FAO. These 3 organizations try to cooperate each other to develop the global action plan or strategy to fighting with the AMR. This is an example of WHO Global Action Plan. I also give you the WHO Global Action Plan, the full document for your self-study.